we have a warm start to our Thursday morning. We're looking outside over the BA Expressway on Grigsby's Carpet and Tile live camera network. Traffic flowing pretty smoothly if you're up and at it early this morning, at least on this stretch of the BA. But we know we're tracking another hot and humid day and some rainfall expected later this afternoon and evening. So far, most of the rain activity has remained to our north, but at least folks across the upper Midwest and northern high plains are finally getting a break. We're seeing showers and storms getting ready to inch closer to green country. So far, it's been just in Kansas, but we're seeing some storms cross the state line there, and then rain moving from Kansas City across Missouri and into southern Illinois. Right now, we're at 82 in Tulsa, 80 in McAllister, 78 in Sallisaw, 79 in Stigler. This frontal boundary will be the focal point for storm activity. Legged forecast. We had Andy send in this photo of Guess. Guess is 15 years old, knows how to slam doors, which I'm impressed, and knows how to sit for a cookie. I mean, look at that good sit right there. Andy, make sure to give Guess an extra treat for being super sweet and special and appearing on our four-legged forecast this morning. If we're taking Guess out for a walk, best to do it now. Upper 70s to low 80s currently. By this afternoon and evening, we'll be tracking a chance for storms as well as temperatures back around 100. If you want your four-legged friend to end up on our graphic right here, use our chime in feature. That's k2ul.com/chime in. All right, today is Thursday. We know we get our latest drought monitor coming in after 7 o'clock. Last week we saw no change across green country, which was fine. We didn't really have any rainfall, but we are still drought free across the viewing area with just abnormally dry conditions lingering in Osage and Pawnee counties. And then we did see some exceptional drought expand slightly out in western Oklahoma, but thankfully they didn't see too much of a change there. We are going to be tracking some rainfall today. First, an isolated chance of rain across our northern counties this morning. That rain chance will build in after 4 p.m. and start to spread as far south, potentially as I-40 by this evening. We'll look at additional development Friday morning, at least from about Tulsa up north, and then that'll translate south and east by the afternoon. 10% on Saturday, just for an isolated storm chance that may develop along the Arkansas state line. The rest of us will be dry. And then we're dry heading into the middle parts of next week, where an isolated or pop-up shower storm chance may develop. We are under a slight risk, or level 2 out of 5 for southeast Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma. Timeline on our potential storm chance here, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. And any strong storm that may develop may produce winds at 60 to 70 miles per hour, hail up to quarter size, and at least as of this morning, the tornado threat does not appear likely. So this is something we're going to be watching. Let's time it out for us. This morning, we've already seen a few showers and storms dip south across state lines here. We'll continue to see if there's a chance for a few showers to make it into our northern counties through the morning hours. By the afternoon and after 4 is when we'll look to the north. That's where the frontal boundary is, from southeast Kansas to northern Oklahoma for storm development, and then storms will drive south through the evening and the first part of the overnight. Outside over Fine Airport parking on Grigsby's Carpet and Tile live camera network, where the sun is just starting to come up, but some folks may be dealing with a few isolated showers across our northern counties this morning. Let's talk about it. We've got storms extending from Kansas, Missouri into southern Illinois, but as we look a little closer here to Oklahoma, yes, some showers and storms are making their way across state lines, and that is a severe thunderstorm warning just outside of our viewing area in Grant County. So we're going to be looking for an isolated shower and storm threat to move across our northern counties this morning, with the better storm chance to arrive here in green country after 4 o'clock through the evening. Other than that, though, we have been dry so far for a start to our day, so keep that in mind as you head out the door. 82 right now in Tulsa, 78 in Eufaula, 77 in Grove. We're going to be watching this frontal boundary drape near the KRDA lake levels forecast. On the western side of the state, we're still seeing these numbers come down. Arcadia Lake, though, remaining near normal, about 1.5 feet below normal at Fort Cobb Lake, and a little over a foot above normal at Call Lake. When we get into the eastern side of the state, near Grand, we're at about 1/2 foot above normal and 3 feet above normal at Keystone Lake. Let's talk about the heat and humidity, because once again, we're looking at another round of high temperatures near 100 degrees. For most of us here in green country, heat advisory from noon to 8 p.m., where we could see a heat index as high as 107 degrees. I have 100 in the forecast once again. I think it's going to be tough to get warmer here in the Tulsa metro just due to the storm chances to the north and the potential for those clouds to feed south in the metro and keep those temperatures from rising. South of Tulsa, we could be 101, maybe 102 in some spots. So again, it's going to be a pretty warm day. We've got this frontal boundary draped across the Kansas-Oklahoma state line. That's going to be the focal point for storm development come later this afternoon and evening for storms possible in our northern counties, stretching to about as far south as I-40. And then we'll see redevelopment along that frontal boundary tomorrow morning before storms start to push south and east. Let's time all of this out for us. We've already seen storms move into north central Oklahoma, just west of our viewing area, and there's a chance we could see an isolated storm across our northern counties through the rest of the morning hours, although most folks will stay dry through the morning commute. Then we get into the afternoon. I have a timeline of this with storms developing after 4 p.m. and moving into our northern counties. Eventually, storms will move into the metro around this evening and continue south through the late evening and the first part of the overnight. There is an isolated chance of a strong to severe storm that may produce damaging wind gusts, large hail, and even a heavy rain threat. And for some folks, that could be during part of that, I would say, would be during the first part of the evening commute. That eventually moves south and east. Isolated chance we still see a few storms Friday morning, but we'll see redevelopment across our south and eastern counties for Friday afternoon and evening. Reach 100 degrees, but we'll be looking at a chance of